Good afternoon. My name is Earl, principal of Woodlands Primary and Infant School. I've been principal here since 2008 and I found my work to be challenging but exciting. Our population is about 125 students. We have about 12 teachers on staff, including one caregiver. Our school is located in the cool rural area of South Manchester in the Cross Keys community. It's a farming community, and most persons are farmers or they do domestic work. So we are in a low socio-economic belt. Our school has been doing fairly well over the many years. We have produced international athletes. In fact, Molly Rowan, who is the world netball president, is right from this community and she's a past student of Woodlands Primary and Infant. We have done very, very well in terms of sport. All Ireland champions in cricket, national champions in netball for the under 8 and under 12. We have produced athletes, world Pan Am champions in athletics, and world 400 meter champion in the person of Lennox Lewis. So we have been doing pretty well. Presently, this year, we are the parish champions in the cricket competitions that we have played. We came second in the Alpart Homeschool Street Safety competition, that's quiz competition. And we are also champions in athletics for the region. Academically, we have done pretty well. Last year, we graduated about 18 students, 14 of which gained scholarships to the traditional schools. Our teachers are hardworking and our students are vibrant and are just willing to work hard. Our school has some needs, and for those who have come by would recognize first of all that our fencing, perimeter fence is down, and so there's a need for fencing which provides security, shuts out stray animals and people just walking through on the compound. So we need some form of fencing. Our kitchen is in need of some resources thanks to Uzazi Foundation through Mr. Devon Dunn and his team, who have given us a few items, and I'm sure there are others that are on the way, and I'm very hopeful. So the kitchen presently needs an industrial stove. The one that is there is a little outdated, needs new burner, and those can cause issues like explosions and so on. So we are hopeful that we will get a new industrial stove. We need some fryers, deep fryers, pots, and utensils, which would now make our kitchen operational and fully functional. Our teachers, as I said earlier, are very well trained. Most have a degree and they are active and vibrant, always looking out for the well-being of our students. But we need some teacher resources. In particular, we need chairs for the teachers. We need a little area like a lounge where they can sit and relax after a hard day's work, or to prepare lesson plans, or to just hang out and talk issues regarding education and our school. There's also the need for chairs and desks for teachers, and of course some resources, especially scientific resources like models and so on, so that our teachers will have the materials available to express and to give a hands-on approach to teaching and learning. Other than that, our students are doing well. They are hardworking, they are vibrant, they are very competitive, and as I said earlier, it's the schools around envious, because as much as we are small, we are, as in the Jamaican language, little but we talawa. And therefore, a lot of schools have challenged in defeating us in almost any activity. So the students are hardworking And we have little in terms of behavioral problems at the school, maybe because of the population, but because we have strong teachers who have strong values. So our students are in need of maybe desks and chairs. We got a few from Food for the Poor, but those are made of bagasse, and the material that holds those, the decks just comes off, and so we need a lot of new tables, and the chairs are light and also fragile, so we need some new chairs for our students. The children, as I said, would do well with some more resources. This little area that I'm in right now, as you'll see in the background, is a small library donated through the Peace Corps volunteer who was here. So we don't have a library, all right, that is big enough to house all the students. And so we'll create some more books and resources so that the students can read and have a time when they can just research information. We have a computer lab which is up and running, but of course everybody cannot use the lab at the same time. So we would mind having some other additional source of information that the students and community along with the teachers can access. Besides that, we have other challenges and some other needs. We have the issue of little or no space to store resources. And for example, in the foyer area, we have over 200 chairs there, and we cannot put them out because we want those to be in a safe place, and an auditorium space would do well for that. We also, for example, want to do table tennis. We have some national table tennis boards, but we are unable to put them out for the students to train and practice because there's no space. And playing table tennis, you need an area where there's little wind blowing because the ball is light. So we need some space. We need to have a space where we can have graduations rather than always going to a church to rent a place or such the like. We can have it right there if we have that space. And we can have also civic and public functions right at the school, and it would now be accessible to the community. And in that way, the school also, in terms of its size, can make some resources to get some funding through that activity. So, you know, we would be happy to get all the help we can through this foundation. And I want to say thanks to Mr. Devon Dunn and his team again. I don't want to call all the names and get in trouble, but we want to say thanks to them for looking out for us. It is a welcome, you know, feeling to have them with us, because we don't generally have this kind of charity extended to us. Most of the schools who are bigger schools and in the urban area tend to get the attention. And our little school, although we are doing well and have produced great men and women, we are sometimes left out of the space for benefiting from resources. So Mr. Dunn and his team has really come on at a time when we need that kind of help, and I'm excited about it. And I hope that in reaching out to you, those who will support Mr. Dunn and the Uzazi Foundation will recognize that we in this little corner of Jamaica appreciate any help you can give us. We want to say thanks again, and may God continue to bless you richly.